The shadow box is laden with items that represent the recipient's service accomplishments and achievements. As his name implies, this shadow box shadows Chief Master Sergeant Falcher's military career. Thank you to all our presenters this afternoon. The Honor Guard will now present Chief Falcher with a special flag folding ceremony. For more than 200 years, the American flag has been the symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. Born on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, alternating between 7 red and 6 white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white and a blue field, representing a new constellation. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and the design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. The 13 horizontal stripes represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars represent the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardness and valor, white signifies purity and innocence, and blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. We celebrate the day of his birth, and from his birth until now, it has witnessed a great history worked out by great people. Traditionally, a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried the message of freedom and inspired Americans both at home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the stars and stripes waving after the British shelling of the Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he worked words to the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies on constellations of Air Force satellites that circles our globe and on the fin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the hearts of every airman who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on our United States Air Force nor on the flag we so proudly cherish. Since 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to preserving the freedom that others won for us for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving it a distinctive fold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and continue to fight for freedoms at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, airmen have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict, on land and in skies around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, the privileges, and the freedoms that we as Americans enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedoms that we all share and the pride and patriotism that we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope to one and to all. Long may it wave. We will now have a special ceremony highlighting the career of Chief Master Sergeant Falcher called the Long Blue Line.
10 up, forward, go.
Though the enlisted rank begins with the rank of Airman Basic, you will notice the vacancy of the Airman Basic and Airman ranks in this line. This is because Airman Basics and Airmen are rare finds on Joint Base Andrews, you know, like a 8-track or a cassette tape. Chief Master Sergeant Andrea Falcher entered the Air Force as an Airman Basic on 14 May 1985. An Airman Basic primarily adapted to the requirements of the military profession, acquiring knowledge of military customs, courtesies, and Air Force standards, as well as striving to attain occupational proficiency. Airman Falcher stood out as a leader amongst her peers and was selected as an element leader. On 14 October 1985, she was promoted to airman. An airman begins to show job proficiency at basic tasks and still requires significant supervision and support. Airman Falcher was a Phase 2 clinical laboratory student at Eglin Air Force Base. She excelled at her training, was a top student undergraduate, and was able to hand select her next assignment. On February 7, 1986, she was promoted to Airman First Class. An Airman First Class fully complies with the Air Force standards and devotes their efforts to the mastery of skills required in the career field and in the military profession, while becoming effective team members. A1C Falcher was assigned to the blood collection section of the laboratory. Although fresh out of Phase 2 training, her expertise was invaluable to the many chemotherapy patients being drawn, as fewer patients had to be recalled. This led to her selection as a trainer. On September 14, 1987, she was promoted to senior airman. Senior airmen commonly performed as skilled technicians and trainers. It is essential for senior airmen to begin developing supervisory and leadership skills through progressive responsibility on the job, completion of airman leadership school, and individual study and mentoring by their supervisors. Senior Airman Falcher was assigned to microbiology as the section Phase 2 instructor. She completed the NCO preparatory school and completed her American Society of Clinical Pathology registry exam for her medical laboratory certifications. On September 1st, 1988, she was promoted to sergeant. Though this rank is now obsolete, it was the first rank upon entering the non-commissioned officers' corps. Sergeant Falcher was now the assistant NCOIC of the blood bank section and primary Phase 2 bench instructor, a position normally held by tech sergeants. Her training techniques were precise, well organized, and instilled encouragement and confidence in her students. It was during this time that she was introduced to the top assembly, where she was selected as a dancer and a rapper for base and command level in 1988 and 1989, and made it to the worldwide competition in 1989. On November 1st, 1990, she was promoted to Staff Sergeant. Staff sergeants are primarily highly skilled technicians with supervisory and training responsibilities. They are responsible for subordinates' development and effective accomplishments of all assigned tasks. Staff Sergeant Falcher took over as the NCOIC of Blood Donor Center. Her supervision enabled Malcolm Grove Medical Center to meet a tenfold increase in contingency blood unit requirements. And she was praised by the American Association of Blood Bank Accreditation Inspectors as best organized operations that she had ever inspected. On April 1st, 1997, she was promoted to Technical Sergeant. Technical sergeants are often their organization's technical experts. They must continually strive to broaden and perfect their technical expertise and supervisory techniques. Tech Sergeant Falcher was assigned to the Armed Forces Institute of Pathology at Walter Reed as a forensic toxicology technician. She mastered all equipment and essayed quickly and was selected as the Quality Assurance Manager, a position that was normally held by an officer. She credits this assignment with learning what type of supervisor that she needed to be. On April 1st, 2001, she was promoted to Master Sergeant. Master Sergeants are transitioning from being technical experts to leaders of operational competence, skilled emerging subordinates' talents, skills, and resources with other teams' functions to most effectively accomplish the mission. Master Sergeant Falcher had retrained and began being an Air Force flight attendant and became the #1 pick as flight supervisor. Her keen eye for details and phenomenal leadership made her the right choice for chief scheduler and was pivotal during the challenges of mission changes during September 11th. She later went on to be an acting first sergeant for the 89th Operations Support Squadron, as well as with Thompson Blue in 2004. On April 1st, 2008, she was promoted to Senior Master Sergeant. Senior Master Sergeants continue to develop their leadership and management skills in preparation for expanded responsibilities and higher leadership positions. It is important to note that this rank is held by only 2% of the total enlisted force as mandated by law. Senior Master Sergeant Falcher became the superintendent of the 89th Operations Support Squadron, overseeing operations for the Executive Airlift Training Center, the Special Airlift Program, and Special Airlift Mission Support Section. On September 1st, 2011, she was promoted to Chief Master Sergeant. Chief Master Sergeant is the highest enlisted rank in the United States Air Force. Attaining the rank of Chief Master Sergeant is the pinnacle of an Air Force enlisted person's career. Chief Master Sergeants must epitomize the finest qualities of a military leader. It is important to note that this rank is held by only 1% of the total enlisted force as mandated by law. Chief Falcher was the Headquarters Air Force Deputy Functional Area Manager at the Pentagon and is now the 1 Alpha 6 Flight Attendant Functional Manager. Her efforts have brought the 1 Alpha 6s to the forefront of aircrew management despite being overlooked in the past. Chief Master Sergeant Falcher, on behalf of your many friends in the United States Air Force, we wish to present you with what is known as the military member's most honored and cherished possession, the United States flag. the flag which you have so proudly served and so honorably defended, the emblem of our unity, our thoughts, our power, and purpose as a nation. Accept it, protect it, guard it, and ever remember that the young men and women that you have trained, guided, and inspired will follow in your footsteps and defend it with equal pride. On this occasion, we consider that we have lost a true leader while society has gained an exceptional citizen. Good luck and Godspeed. Next, we're going to ask Chief Master Sergeant Select Stephanie Patterson to come for a presentation from the 65th Airlift Squadron, Airlift Wing.
Well, Chief, as much as I could do without being in front of a crowd, I had to take this opportunity to stand before you. There's actually a couple of us from the 65th that are here, and they would be very upset with me. So a little Hawaiian flavor in the bag, as well as a personal gift. You grab the tissue because you know that this is personal for me. So, before I start speaking on behalf of myself, I would like to thank you on behalf of the flight attendants at the 65th, and really the flight attendants everywhere. What I can honestly say about you is that you never paid lip service to the buzzwords of leadership. You mentored, you led, and not only were you professionally invested in all